What you see here is a field of rice spanning over 100 acres. Large-scale cultivation like this only fully developed around the 5th or the 6th century. There weren't any large areas of land for mass cultivation. So my ancestors had to clear off some parts of the forest, and in other areas, land was leveled. There is never a scarcity of water because of the river Kaveri and all its small kutti branches. During the monsoon season, the river and its branches would often overflow, leaving a fertile deposit all along its banks. The delta was a place which never had a shortage of water, and it provides us with the perfect environment to grow our rice. But sometimes too much of a good thing is also bad. The overflowing river sometimes overflows a bit too much. Now this is horrible for us because it floods our fields and ruins our crops. So we had to do something about it. We have to save our crops. So a few of us gathered and we tried to think of ways to control this overflow. Then it hit us. Why don't we just build a really strong wall? It will prevent the river from flooding our fields. And that is how we came up with embankments. You see the structure here? This is an embankment. This one is made up of stones and earth. With passing time, we built stronger embankments, and we even raised the level of our fields. Then came the struggles related to irrigation. You see, our people could not always carry pots of water from the river and then to the field. It made the entire ordeal very exhausting. So again, we gathered and we racked our brains to finally come up with the concept of canals. And oh, what a beautiful invention canals was. These canals carry the water from the river to the fields. In some areas where water is abundantly available, 2 crops are grown in 1 year. That is when we are the busiest. Full work only. In certain parts where it was not easy to construct canals, a variety of artificial methods of irrigation were implemented. In some areas, large number of wells were dug and tanks was constructed to collect rainwater. Now, obviously, the irrigation works need proper planning and organization, no? That is why we have organizers to take care of all the planning. They first take a look at the problem and then they come up with the appropriate solution by talking to all the farmers and the engineers. The plan is carefully made such that the water can be shared fairly according to the requirements of the field. Once the plan is in hand, the labor and the resources are organized and divided. Our dams, our canals, wells, embankments, these are all built with the best materials so that there is barely any maintenance after construction. But irrespective, we plan for the maintenance also. See, I know that I sound like I'm boasting, but take a look at this sluice gate built in the 9th century. A sluice gate is a barrier made of wood or metal. It is commonly used to control the water level and the flow of water in rivers and canals. It also regulates the outflow of water from a tank into the channels that irrigates the fields. It is considered to be one of the greatest engineering feats in medieval Chola Tamil Nadu. Agriculture and irrigation both received good support from the Chola kings. During the rule of the Cholas, we farmers were regarded highly by the rulers and the society alike. Farmers held some of the highest positions in society during the age of agriculture. Sometimes, We were even given the opportunity to look after an entire village.
If you like this video and want to watch many more amazing videos like these, like and subscribe to our channel now.